on the final design of the tunnel project known as Access to the Region's Core, or ARC.
We must flat out build that new mass transit tunnel between New York and New Jersey, and we should do it now.
The biggest public works project in the U.S. is officially dead in its tracks.
This decision today by the governor means the governor is turning his back on transit riders and on the environment.
In the 1980s and 90s, the transportation agencies of the New York metropolitan area were exploring ways to increase capacity and meet passenger demand in and around Penn Station. In 1995, the Port Authority, New Jersey Transit, and the Long Island Railroad conducted a joint study in order to accomplish this goal. Multiple options were considered. Through running all three commuter rail systems by connecting Grand Central and Penn Station, building a new subway line from Secaucus out to Queens, and a new road tunnel from the Palisades into Manhattan. However, none of these options were chosen. The study, completed in 2003, recommended constructing a second two-track tunnel under the Hudson River, connecting to a new and expanded Penn Station. The project would later be known as the ARC project, or the Access to the Region's Core.
The new Penn Station expansion, designed as a 3-over-3-track cavern within the public right-of-way under 34th Street between 6th and 8th Avenues. The mezzanine at 153 feet below surface would separate the upper and lower tracks that would include a center island and side platforms.
The plan would double the amount of trains entering the station each day, while also allowing trains on the main line to enter Manhattan by the Secaucus Loop. Penn Station itself would receive a massive upgrade, with an entirely new station right next to the existing Penn Station, massively increasing the capacity of the busiest station in the Western Hemisphere. After the completion of the study, further environmental and engineering analysis continued until 2009. The project broke ground in June 8, 2009. It was projected to cost around $8.7 billion, with about half of the money being provided by the federal government. The work was to be completed by 2018. Work on the tunnels began in May of 2010, and construction was already beginning to show some progress.
Please join me in supporting Chris Christie, the governor.
Hey, New Jersey, we did it!
Chris Christie was elected on November 3, 2009 as the governor of the state of New Jersey with 48.5% of the vote. His campaign was hell-bent on the tax issue, focusing on the economic decline after the 2008 recession and the tax policy of his opponent, the incumbent at the time, John Corzine. He also campaigned on the issue of corruption, which, He was a fiscal conservative, promising to cut excessive spending wherever he saw it, and he certainly saw it in
Estimates now are that the ARC tunnel will cost no less than $11 billion and could exceed $14 billion. In light of that information, the executive committee has made a recommendation to me that the project be terminated and that the staff begin an expeditious and orderly wind down of the project, and today I have accepted that recommendation.
Despite supporting the project in April of 2010, on October 7, 2010, Governor Christie announced that the ARC Tunnel project was no more. He cited cost overruns and a refusal of the federal government to pay more to cover such overruns. Some tunneling work had already begun at this point, with $610 million being sunk into construction alone. Another $250 million was spent on simply studying the feasibility of the project, and all that money was gone. The ARC project was officially killed on October 27, 2010. Attempts have been made to revive or reinvent the project, such as the Gateway program, essentially a scaled-down version of the ARC project, while at the same time costing $1.5 billion more than the ARC. Completion of the Gateway program is slated to be around 2030. The current rail connection between New York and New Jersey is more than 110 years old and is in dire need of repair and relief. ARC would have provided that much-needed relief much quicker and much cheaper had Governor Christie not canceled it. I could rant on and on about this. But all I'm going to say right now is that Chris Christie prevented one of the most important transportation projects in the New York metro area from being completed much quicker and much cheaper for basically no real reason. So, thanks, Chris Christie.